Dang, on my end, the music faded out perfectly. What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday, another live stream. Today we are going to be unboxing all the parts for the RatRig V-Minion, which I am super excited about, and we'll see how far along we can get. We have an appointment at 4 something, so we've got about 3 hours to build, and I'm hoping to get through the frame and at least the linear rails on here. So we'll see how far we can get. How's everybody doing? I know there's a lot of faces I saw in chat. Luke, CNC, G-Funny, Damiano, Potatoes, what's going on, Nice, Pi, Hybrid, Lisa's back, 3DP UK, Jason. Yeah, I'm super excited for this. I did want to, before we jump into this, do a couple of quick things here. Move windows out of the way. I have my mic on the outside to hopefully prevent anybody's ears from getting destroyed this stream. I still need to probably get a little lav mic that plugs into this, but for now, this should be better than nothing. Door is open today, which is normally not the case, and Delilah is sleeping under the desk. So if we get any barks, we will probably close the door. But for right now, I didn't have the heart to kick her out. She looked just so happy. Yeah, so before we get into anything, I wanted to give a huge thank you to Fabrico. Fabrico is awesome, and they sponsored and are sponsoring this RatRig V-Minion build. For anyone that doesn't know, hey, Steve, thank you very much for becoming a member. For anybody that doesn't know Fabrico, you should know who Fabrico is, but Fabrico is a 3D printing company based out of Florida here in the States, and they have all Voron things, lots of different filaments, and now RatRig as well. They're one of the only, if not the only, but definitely one of the only RatRig resellers here in the States, and they've got stock of the V-Minion kits. So if anybody's interested, there's a link in the description, but yeah, massive thank you to Fabrico. They are awesome. And for anybody that doesn't know what the V-Minion is, it is a fairly small, beastie, cantilever style machine with the 180 by 180 by 180 millimeter build volume, and it's just insanely bulky. Like, a lot of the main frame is 3060s, which is what the frame on the Switchwire uses, at least the sort of base of it. And I am really excited. I've never used any of the RatRigs, and I'm super excited to check out the EVA hot end extruder system. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I got to see this in person at Murph just, oh gosh, that was in June, so last month. It feels like it's been longer, but I got to see it in person and it looked absolutely insane. It will be very interesting seeing how their directions are. 760, who I don't think is in chat right now, he was one of the first people I know that got a V-Minion and was just raving about how much he really liked the machine and got me pretty pumped on it. But they use Dazuki for their documentation and assembly guide, and I did a brief look through of the first couple of things, and it looks like they did a really good job of sort of breaking this down. So I'm hoping that the build will be you know, pretty smooth, but we'll see. I've never built a RatRig before. I'm sure after, you know, building the Switchwire and the V-Zeros now, that like it'll take me a little bit of time to sort of get used to. That is a lot of screens inside of screens. Let's go here. I'm sure it'll take me a little bit of time to learn sort of the nuances and how they word things and how their drawings are and stuff like that. But I am super excited. Cheers from Portugal. What's going on, you know? These two boxes are for the same printer. Nice asked if I printed by myself or ordered. So it came with the full kit. So full kit comes with printed parts. The printed parts are in PETG. So the RatRig printers are designed for PETG. However, it's my understanding that they give you the
Fabrico box yet from the 1K sub special. Love their selection though and hope to use it soon.
Hey, what's up, Inappropriate? Thank you very much for the $5. Thank you for the donation. Still haven't used the Fabrico box yet from the 1000 sub special. Love their selection though and hope to use it soon. Yeah, they have been, so Hector, the main person over at Fabrico, is awesome, and he is always adding things, whether it's just like community mods or different filaments and stuff like that. So there's no expiration date, but the longer you hold on to the bucks, the more items there will be, because there's always new things every time I check. So what I was going to say is that the printers are designed in PETG, but it's my understanding that they have the sort of scale factor if you wanted to print with ABS. And initially I was debating on printing these parts in ABS, but the truth of the matter is now with the switch wire, the 2V0s, and the bamboo printer, and probably one or two more in the garage that can do ABS, I don't need another ABS machine to be enclosed. So I have no problems with this being a PLA, PTG, TPU, and even nylon, because I print nylons primarily unenclosed, especially carbon nylons. So yeah, we're going to build it as is with PTG, and if for some reason down the road I decide I want to do ABS, we can swap it out then, but this is the full kit that came with the printed parts. 100.5%. Hey, what's up, Skydown? Okay, so it's just a tiny scaling then. Still have to leave the stream at 1 p.m. Pacific to go on a different stream, but we'll be back after. No worries. I know that Prusa is doing their stream today. I just finished my V0. This might be the next. I don't really need it, but I want it. That's the theme with a lot of the printers that I built lately. Hey, Steve Builds is here. What's going on? So let's do... Okay, so I've got overhead, which isn't as high quality of a camera, but it has a nice overhead view. And then we've got side cam, which is what I'm going to use for the actual building of it. But I think we'll start with overhead as we sort of just tear through these boxes. Maybe we'll start on this side because it looks like I'm not covering this side. And we'll see what's all included and get it all sort of nicely organized. So we've got our extrusions, which, like I said, they are very, very chunky for a tiny or a fairly small form factor printer at, 180 millimeters cubed. It's got 3060s, it's got, looks like 3060s, 3030s, and then 120/20, which I believe is for the x-axis. And then we've got our lead screw, and I'm not sure, it looks like these are just little foam inserts to actually protect it during shipping. Packaging, want to make sure I don't throw anything out. There was one 3D printer I got one time where it was in a big box and I thought I cleared everything out. And I was going through the instructions and it said it came with a powder coated bed and a regular like build tack style bed. And it came with a flash drive and like one other thing. And I couldn't find it anywhere. So I ran out to the trash, dove in, took out all of the inserts and found it like on the bottom side of some foam where you could hardly see it. This box looks... It's got a little bit of a dent on top, but I think this is just hardware, so I'm not super concerned. For anyone that is interested also, so there are two options as far as build goes. I know Nero built this on stream a couple of months ago, I believe. So there's a hardware kit and there's a full kit. The hardware kit would be just this box, and you source some of the components yourself, and then this is what you get if you get the full kit. So if I read on... Let's see, on Fabrico's website. All right, so difference in price. Full kit's $659 and mechanical kit's $229. So if you have a ton of components and you just need some of the main parts, that could be a good way to go. But the mechanical kit has, so frame, all the mounting hardware, and all the motion hardware. So you would need basically bed, all electronics, hot end, and extruder. But if you don't want to self-source all the nuts and bolts and linear rails, you would need, but if you don't want to self-source all the nuts and bolts and the extrusions and stuff, then that's kind of a cool way. And I know that's the way that Nero went. So you can print out your own parts and then sort of decide the EVA, I don't know if it's EVA or EVA is how it's typically pronounced. But that toolhead has a ton of different options as far as how you configure it. Hey, what's up, Zarent? I know, once a month Prusa's live happens at the same time. It's been like that ever since the beginning of the streams, which kind of sucks, but it sort of is what it is. Theirs don't usually run long, so I think that afterwards people tend to hop over. I know that based off the thumbnail, it looks like they're announcing a new filament and maybe a firmware for the Mini that allows you to use Wi-Fi, which is kind of cool. Although, yeah, I mean, Octo print has been a thing forever. But it's still cool that they're, doing hopefully some sort of firmware update for the Mini. Hybrid, the Patreon doesn't have a way to link to YouTube like that. So the colored names on here are for memberships on the channel. Oh, I'm wrong. So if you get the hardware kit, it comes with the extrusions, all the linear rails, and the hardware. So that's cool. I thought they were gonna make you, geez, these are insanely chunky extrusions. Dear God. And I didn't even think about linear rails, but we'll have to clean these up and probably, I guess I could insert the, like these ones actually have a port. You can't see it, we'll open up a little bit. They're all greasy. There's a port where you can actually inject the like grease inside of it. And so on these, I might wait till after the build to inject them. Maybe not. I'd have to go out in the garage and grab, I didn't even think about that, my gloves and stuff. We'll do the Dr. Dan thing with my syringe and stuff. MGN 15s. Hey, what's up, 3D printer? Hey, Dutch. Yeah, these are nuts. It came with the printed parts, so we're just building it stock. Got a Pi 400. It's all I could find out of scalper hands. What is the Pi 400 versus the Pi 4? I don't know what the difference is. Okay, we will open up the hardware box. Hey, Invader. BBs? Hey, there's a lot of people here. What's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Hopefully everyone's staying cool. It looks like we finally get a break from the hundreds next week. It'll be like mid-90s, and I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, we'll have to do the linear rails. I'll have to run out to the garage, see if I can find... I bought a kit that came with like a bunch of little plastic syringes and yeah, we'll see if I can find it. That was before the move. Wow, so the mechanical kit comes with a lot of things I didn't realize it came with. A lot more actually. So there is the aluminum bed, which I think is it 5 mil or 6 mil thick. We'll open it up too so we can take a look at it. So if you are someone, Delilah, hey, you're not supposed to lick your paws. It's like, you're streaming, I can get away with it. If you are someone that does a lot of 3D printing building and has acquired a bunch of, there we go, 5mm bed, and has acquired a bunch of parts, then it might not be a terrible idea for you to go with just the mechanical portion of it, because it comes with a lot more than I thought. Oh, Pi 4000, that's right. The one with like the white and red or white and sort of reddish pink keyboard. I forgot, that's what that is. That one's pretty pricey, right? I mean, I guess not compared to probably what people are charging, but I think it's like $100-ish. Okay, so here is the aluminum plate. It is definitely, for a 180mm printer, the thickest I've seen, I'm trying to think, no, my V0 has a thicker plate than this, but this is a very chunky plate, and it's got chamfered or recessed holes here, so that way the screw heads can sit inside of it. But I mean, compared to like building the Prusa Mini or the KP3S that I've been playing around with, this is a very, very beefy plate. All right, we've got, I mean, we should probably just start opening a lot of this. We're gonna need it in a second here anyway. 100 for the kit, the cheapest way to get a Pi, gotcha. I just saw that before this stream, the Pi tracker, I follow them on Twitter, and they also have their like app website. There were Pi 3Bs available for $35 or $40 at Adafruit, I'm pretty sure. I probably did not take this apart the best way possible. Oh, I feel like I forget to mention it because so many people are return viewers, but we are doing a giveaway for a spool Polymaker filament. That giveaway will open in an hour and 15 minutes roughly. Pi says newspaper says 101 today. Okay. Yeah, I know next week, I swore I saw some days that said like 95, 96, which had me excited. Okay, so these are all of our kind of pieces that hold the frame together. Instead of using, what are they called, blind joints on the Voron, where there's basically drills in the extrusions, they use metal plates or aluminum plates. So These are what are going to be attaching a lot of the extrusions together. They look quite nice. The anodizing is really nice. Kind of a little bit of a satin look to them. Let's see. The chips are available now, so it's just a matter of time that they get the boards are also available. You know, if you buy one of those pipes made for your... Should I block it before we come to stock? Oh, really? So how does that work? They prevent you to one per, like, a certain extended period of time? I know you can only do one per order. I didn't know they had further limitations. No, I'm not going... I don't think I'll be doing any traveling for quite a while. I was debating on going to Earth, but I decided I'm not going. There's so much stuff that needs to get done here, because we basically moved here. So this is going to be interesting too. I did not print out my little organizer, which is like against all of the things I've learned from building Vorons. I just didn't get a chance to. But no, yeah, I'm not going to be doing one pipe per household. But for how long? Like how long is the gap before you can get the next one? Are you going to build a positron? So I would love to build a positron, and it depends on when the kits become available. I was actually looking at the parts that need to get machined and thinking if I get good at using my little CNC that we got in last week, that maybe I could mill out the parts myself. But I would I'd much rather go with a kit. So we've got our PTFE guide tube, we've got T-nuts, 3030 M6s, we've got big rubber feet for it, we've got our belts, which are, I don't know if they're Gates belts, they don't appear to be. So 9mm and 6mm belts, so definitely the 9mm is going to be on the thicker side for belts. Screws, what are these guys? A washer, nylon washers. I don't know if we need to go through all these. These are, look how big these are absolutely insane. They're big old bolts. These are cool too. I saw a lot of these at Murph, and I don't know why I hadn't really seen these before, but these couplers that basically, the way they work is if the nozzle goes down, hey, G-Funny, thank you very much for the 2 gifted subs. It looks like Skydown and Invader Q got memberships. Thank you very much, G-Funny. Yeah, me and G-Funny saw a lot of these. I don't know if G-Funny said he was rocking these on some of his printers, but these couplers actually separate from each other. And the reason why that's so cool is if something goes wrong and your nozzle dives down and crashes into your bed, instead of it still like trying and digging into your bed, these couplers will separate from each other and prevent damage. It's really cool. I don't know why these are not the standard on just about every single printer. We've got some beefy angle brackets for the 3030s, also aluminum, and then just lots of bolts, T-nut squares for 2020 and 3030s. These are really big, beefy T-nuts as well. Okay, we don't need to go through all the rest of these. We'll go through them. I'm gonna shove most all of this back in the bag for a second here. I'm a little sad I didn't get a chance to print out my organizer. I guess I could repurpose the switch wire one because it doesn't have a lot of hardware left, but I have to relabel it all. It's okay, we'll figure it out. Hey Steve, thanks for renewing your membership. What color parts are you going to use? So it came with the parts. They are just their sort of like default green, neon green PTG parts. They should be in here, I think, so we'll check them out. I think they're in this box, so we'll check in a sec. But yeah, the full kit comes with everything. I don't think there's anything you need to provide other than, you know, like basic tools, and maybe, yeah, probably ends to crimp some of the wires. But other than that, it should be everything. Sorry, try to get pies for Octoprint. 1 pie per household. Yeah, I mean, like, what's the gap as far as if I ordered a pie today, when would I be able to order another one from them? I assume that there's got to be some sort of a spread. Got to bounce to work stuff. Hope we'll be able to make it back in a bit. Sounds good, Jason. I'm sure we'll be here for at least a few hours. All right, so we've got our Kinovo 24-volt, 180-watt heater bed, which already has the holes needed for for our aluminum. Let's see how much of the bed does it cover. It's not all of it. It's similar to the V0. I mean, it's pretty standard that the edges don't have it, but I'm happy there's at least holes in it already. And then it comes with a, I believe Energetic is the company that makes their powder-coated PEI beds, but we've got the magnet on the back, and it is powder-coated PEI with RatRig branding on it. Let me see, let me slide a little bit of this out of the way. I was fortunate to have bought 5 Pi 4s before they became, yeah, I'm sort of kicking myself that I didn't get more, but now that I found out I could run Clipper off of these Windows tablets that I have, and I have like 9 of them, I don't really need Pis as much anymore. This looks like a small RatRig. What's your build volume? It is a small RatRig. The V-Minion has a 180 millimeters cubed build volume. What have we got here? We got zip ties, we've got standoffs. This looks like all the stuff for the electronics, basically. It will be interesting. I wasn't sure, because like I got so used, I think I got spoiled by the LDO kits that are sort of all pre-crimped, but I think we're gonna be doing a fair amount of crimping on this. Yeah, so this is the V-Minion electronics case bundle, so this is one of the last things we'll be doing. Those are weird screw points for a bed. Yeah, I know that they said custom-made Kenovo 24-volt silicone bed heater with thermal protection built in. So I think there's a fuse built into the bottom, yeah. But it's definitely not off the shelf. Like, they worked with Kenovo to make one specifically for what they wanted. Oh, you're saying it's all pre-crimped? It looks like some of them are not, unless they're extras though, but some of the, like, I don't know, I can't see the video. Also, hey Fabrico. Everyone say hi Fabrico. Nope, those won't show up. Let's go side cam, it's definitely clear. There are some ends for, it looks like specifically the AC going into the main plug. But other than that, maybe the other wires all are like the ones that go to the different parts. All right, we have got a Dragonfly hot end, which I've really grown to love these. Currently Switchwire and the V0.1 in the corner over there. I've been running this for a while and I've had just really good results with this. On the 2FA fact page, they say 1 Pi of any type until further notice. Interesting. That is extreme. I can understand them limiting 1 per household per purchase or per day. Like, that seems reasonable, but 1 per household for the foreseeable future seems a little intense to me. All right, we have got our steppers nicely wrapped and packed inside of some pretty thick foam. Speaking of the devil, we've got our Raspberry Pi 3, which for some might make the entire kit worth it in itself, but yeah, super cool that they still are including Pis because as we've discussed in chat, they are still a very difficult to come by. We've got a, oh yeah, that's right, the LGX Lite, which is exciting because I've never used an LGX Lite. I actually ordered one from Fabrico for, let me think, this is the cover for it, for the V0.1 upgrade, and then I don't know what happened. We just got busy with other things. Did I lose my, oh, there it is. So it'll be nice to finally get a chance to use this, or to use the LGX Lite in general. We'll look at it one more time. We looked at it on that stream and it's just like the most adorable little, yeah, it's just so small. Which is perfect for sort of the RatRig being kind of this small but mighty printer. But I mean, look at, it's just so cute. It's really tiny. I wish I had something else as a reference to show next to it, but I've heard nothing but great things about the LGX Lite, so I'm very excited to actually get this up and running in one of these machines, or in this machine. Yeah, G40 and DC. The two things that I think of when it comes to like hardware is get clickies and get LGXs or LGX Lites. When is the upgrade for the V0? I don't know. I'm like halfway through printing parts out for the ERCF, the switch wire is officially done, and I say done loosely because I want to print out the stealth burner and the clockwork too now that it's out of the beta. So we'll see. I don't know. Take it one stream at a time. Okay, so inside of this box we have got wires, which are pre-crimped. Yeah, these are all pre-crimped, these wires. And they include a little bit of heat shrink, which looks like it might be extra heat shrink. And it's got what I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is the Super Pinda. So the same thing that the minis come with if you've upgraded or got a newer one, or the MK3S Plus, which will be perfect. I'm not enclosing this printer, and I've had really, really good and consistent results with the Super Pinda, so I'm excited about that. Banana, I need to watch the stream that Nero did to see what the banana meme is. Adafruit made two-factor login necessary to buy Pi. People are probably getting around that with buy bots. Yeah, it bummed me out. Euclid works too if you don't want to use Clicky. I did get to see the Euclid at Murph, and the Euclid does look awesome as well. Big Tree Tech. Oh, okay, so these are the drivers TMC 2209s. Yeah, it bummed me out because I actually got into the shopping cart at Adafruit for I think a Pi 4 2 gig, and then I went to go check out, and by the time the two-factor had been added to my account, they were sold out. And after that, I was like, womp womp. I kind of stopped trying to get one after that point. We've got our limit switches, and we've got our fans, a fairly beefy, what is this? This is a 5015, and then this must be for our regular cooling. What is this? 24 volts for our heatsink cooling. 4010. So 4010 and a 5015 for cooling. Oh, it's not a Super Pinda? Okay, maybe it's not a Super Pinda. I thought it was the Super Pinda, but maybe it is not. Nope, I lied. Triangle Labs 24 volt. Nope, that's the heater. Maybe it's not a Super Pinda. I swore I read somewhere that it was a Super Pinda, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a standard inductive probe. Why is it? I don't know. Oh, gotcha. There's a banana for scale. I don't have any bananas here. SKR2. I thought it was the SKR Mini, but maybe it's. Congratulations! The SKR2 you received has a STM32 F-Fork version. Customers need to build. Oh, interesting. Well, I haven't used one of these before, so that'll be cool. Let's open this up really quick. Scissors. Okay, so it's standard then. Standard probe. SKR2 board, which will be fun to use. I have almost exclusively used Big Tree Tech's 1.2s and 2.0s, the SKR E3 minis. So I got the Turbo 2 in from G Funny at Murph, and then this will be my first time using this board. Definitely a little bit chunkier, quite a bit chunkier, and it looks like it's got more ports, quite a few more ports than the V2. And I do like, although I said recently, or not long ago, that having the drivers built into the board isn't an issue for me because I've never really had issues. And then the switch wire, the X stepper, magic smoked, which wasn't the board's fault. It did get damaged in transit. But in that situation, had it been this board, I could have just swapped out the step stick versus having to completely harvest the board. Was there a ducky in there? There was. Oh. Doesn't squeak apparently. It's a sad ducky. It's actually, me and Aaron got a Costco membership finally this last week, and at the register or whatever where they take your photo, they have you look at a camera and on top of it is a rubber ducky, and instantly I just thought of Big Tree Tech. They did a really good job of making it where like I can't go about normal life and see a rubber duck and not think of them. So this is panels, it looks like ACM primarily, and maybe black acrylic for the enclosure. Not for the enclosure, for the, sorry, for the electronics. So trying to go Sparky. Yeah, don't move your printers. They're not meant to travel that far. So it comes with a Wiha power supply. It is a 350 watt, I don't know if it'll focus very well, 350 watt, 24 volt. No enclosure. I'm still mad that my first board didn't have one. Yeah, that sucks. Just have to squeeze hard. Yeah, we love Costco too. I grew up with Costco. Oh, cool. Okay, and then wiring harness as well. So, Fabrico's right. It does come with a lot of the cables done, but it does still look like you're gonna want to crimp the big ones for the power supply. And this should be printed parts, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully, that's what's left. I grew up with Costco, and I remember as a kid, like, my dad taking me and my brother there for just basically sample runs. And maybe we get like one or two things, but Erin, I don't think has ever been to a Costco. I might be wrong, but she sure, it didn't seem like it when we were walking around, and she was really mesmerized by Costco. So it was fun to sort of experience that, because it was the same look I had on my face as a kid when I walked around the place. Okay, so bag of printed parts for V-Minion. It's got their, I would describe as a neon green. Maybe not quite as bright as neon green. It's a neon green. Very bright, like alien-ish style green. And then this looks like it is the printed parts for the enclosure, or for the, this is gonna be for the side panels. I keep saying enclosure because it is an enclosure, but it's an electronics enclosure. This is going to be the parts you need for the electronics enclosure. It's gonna take me a little bit to say that. DM on Discord. Okay. Oh. Check this out. So G-Funny, this is cool because I didn't have anything for scale for the Bondtech, the LGX Lite. So G-Funny sent me this. For anyone that hasn't seen one in person, this should, well, I know a lot of the audience is also not in the States, but that is a US quarter on top of it. And as you can see, yes, it is bigger than a quarter, but man, the LGX Lite is just so small. What I think I'll probably end up doing is keeping one of these boxes to keep a lot of the parts in and only take out what we need as we build it, since I don't have my same normal nice setup for everything. But yeah, absolutely insane. All right. So I just realized chat's gonna have to be kind of off to the side because I'll be looking at the screen. Fake me now. Ditch that power supply, unbearable loud fan. Does the PSU come with a cover? The PSU is probably the weakest link in the kit, otherwise a very solid offering. I'm definitely going to start off with the power supply included, just so that way I can kind of get a, like, because anyone that buys the full kit, that's what it comes with, just to get a feel for it. And I mean, a lot of the 3D printers I've used over the years have not come with Meanwhile. I've definitely gotten used to it and spoiled with it with some of the kits, like the LDO kits, and I guess just some of the other printers, but we'll still see, we'll see how it goes. Hey, what's up, CRS? Mine has been working perfectly, but it can get loud. I mean, most of the printers, especially when you're printing at a fairly quick speed, aren't insanely quiet, and I'm not going to be enclosing this, so I'm anticipating some noise, so we'll see how loud it is over the cooling fans and stuff like that. Alien green. Agree, I love my Minion, just swapped out the probe and the PSU. I think it's truly mini damn. At least you, a tablet I was going to turn into Clipper screen gave me them. Oh no! Hey, what's up, MKME Lab? I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Wall TV is good. Yes, a wall TV. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can just find one, because again, the TV doesn't need to be fancy. It can be secondhand, and just so that way I can easily see chat or something like that, and I can look over here when I'm building. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. This next month I will get some form of TV to mount, so that way I can juggle things a bit better. Okay, so starting off at the beginning of this, I know it said there's some prep to do, which is preparation, desktop. Okay, so preparation, the beginning of it is basically just installing T-nuts onto this, onto the plates and mounting all those together. I know it says that there's some, so prepare the printed parts, but I think it only shows this one particular part. Let me see if I can find it. Going well, awesome, man. I know you've been busy. I still see videos coming out on the channel fairly often. You better be printed out a cover for those PSU terminals, or didn't come with one. I'll die on this. I will do it. Alien, I will absolutely do it. Let's see if we can find this particular parts. Okay, at initial glance, I don't see that part. So I think that maybe when we get to that part, if I can't shove a screw through it, I will easily see it. But yeah, off initial, just looking at this, I don't see that part. Yeah, I think we'll come back to that. Someone remind me, I know that there will be some viewers here during when we get to wherever this part is, but it looks like what it's describing is that these, maybe that's why I don't see it, is because they're covered. Someone remind me to pop those parts out.
Towards the TV and puppy treats. Delilah is being a good girl.
I know it's Lisa, I can't see it yet, but Lisa, thank you very much for the $25 towards the TV and puppy treats. Delilah is being a good girl. She is being a good girl, and I do need to get a TV in this room. Hey, there he is, 760. What's going on? Thank you very much, Lisa. Yeah, she's being sweet as can be. Hey, Delilah, you're not supposed to lick your paws. Kind of. Yeah, someone remind me when we get to the printed parts, though, because we're starting off not using the printed parts, to just inspect and see if there's anything that needs to be removed, like a tab or a part needs to get popped out. The parts look better. The kit, so Blink, there's two options for the kit. There is, there we go. $229 is for the hardware kit. Hardware kit comes with extrusions, rails, aluminum bed, and all the bolts. And so you only need to provide, well, there's quite a bit, but you need to provide the enclosure for the electronics, and that's mainly it. So like board, hot end, extruder, printed parts, power supply, probe. But if you have, like, for example, if you have a lot of the parts available, it's a pretty cool way to go. For the full kit, you are looking at $659, and that comes with everything. Oh, including a Raspberry Pi, which the Raspberry Pi definitely adds some value right now. Until definitely adds some value. I am brain farting right now because of the price of Raspberry Pis. It comes with one, and so that's awesome. How do the parts look? Yeah, parts look definitely a lot better than the one 760 got, at least off initial looking. I mean, I would still say that the layer lines are pretty thick, but like, I'll show you. I can't go through all the parts, but we can take a look at this one. I don't know how well it's showing up, but I mean, I can see a little bit of tiny bit of artifact on the side, but like, they're pretty, I mean, that's a super clean edge. The face looks pretty good. Bottom doesn't look bad. The first layer is pretty solid. So, I mean, for print farm prints, oops, I'm realizing off camera. For print farm prints, this looks pretty good to me. But we'll see. I'll look through them. If I spot anything that looks funky, I'll definitely call it out. But I was thinking that in my head because I know that when you ordered yours, the printed parts on yours were looking rough. At least a couple of the ones you showed, which I was kind of mind blown. Just the one Y-axis part. Okay, cool. Chat is going so quick. These come straight from RepRap. Nice. Yeah, not too bad. Would be kind of neat if they include, yeah, that would be cool if they included a spool, or if they even, I don't know, do they sell their filament? Because I could see how the ringing on the holes was really bad on yours. I didn't see. I think that they, I don't know. I don't see bad ringing on these parts. Yeah, I could take some photos for you later on. Like, I mean, I guess this part, the bottom of this part, it looks like it could have been a little bit closer to the bed. I don't know how well you'll see it, but it's still like, again, for a print farm part, compare. If I saw what you had 760, I would call it out. But yeah, I don't see that right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some of the preparation stuff here. So at the beginning, we are going to need, it basically just shows you how to pull the hex nuts into the printed parts, which pretty sure is the same, screwed on a couple turns and then, oh, they have you tighten it all the way and then remove it. Okay. Cool. Okay, prepare the parts for the brackets. So let's do that. We don't need electronics right now. We'll leave printed parts towards the top. Electronics we don't need. Hardware we'll leave out. Power supply, go over here. Hey, hey, what's up, Viking? You got yours pretty early on too, didn't you? 760? I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that like right when I started hearing about the V-Minions when you got yours. So I wonder if they've just like, were sort of getting things figured out and dialed in with their profile. Even though they do have their regular RatRig, so that's a little interesting. Okay, so it looks like parts we need for this. Let's go side, I think, for now. So 2 of these right angle pieces and big centerpiece. And then we need the corner brackets. Just like 3 of them. Yeah. Yeah, you jumped on it early, I remember. It was fine because I planned on putting mine in ASA regardless. Yeah, it was still interesting to see though. I remember the parts were definitely like not good looking parts. Yeah, the build videos are cool. They're mostly renderings, it looks like, but they still help a lot, just to sort of clarify what's happening. Okay, so we need hardware. 2 corner plates, we got that. We got that 21 M6 by 12s, M6 by 12s. And then we need 30/30 drop-in T-nuts, M6. Cool, so we got 1 bag right there. Block nuts. M6 by 12s, yeah, sweet. And that's what we want. Cap head screw. So all we need now is washers. M6. 6 M6 washers. This is simple. I'm assuming that's what I need, but let me quickly make sure there's no other. Make sure there's no other. Hey, Carl's here. How's it going, Carl? Small screws, small screws. I think that's it. It's gotta be it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna take, because there's a lot of small pieces in this little bag, I'm going to just take out the 6 things I need, and then I'm putting it all back in. Because if these things fall on the ground, then I'm gonna be in trouble. So yeah, there's 6 metal washers, then everything else is going right back in. Actually, yeah, this has to be right. Holy crap. Thomas, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Looks like Brendan, Guy, Tony, Carl, and Jotman all got memberships. Please, everyone, say thank you to Thomas. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the support. Yeah, for the sake of everybody, what I may end up doing between now and next week's stream is combining my 2 V0.1 hardware organizers into one, because they're in separate ones right now. And putting the Jack gets blasted. And putting the hardware for this in an organizer, because I feel bad. It's going to take me a long time to sort through all these if I don't do that. Okay, and so what I want to do, is this an okay angle for everyone as far as what's happening? I feel like it's pretty clear, but let me know. Because the goal is that anyone that does end up building one of these after the fact is able to reference certain parts of this. So, all right, so making sure it's facing towards the right direction, we're going to insert the M6 by 12s, and then on the other end, we're just going to, I'm good, Mama, enjoying family holiday in Wales. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good. I actually, oh man, so I didn't get a chance to talk about it on Steve Build's stream, because it happened on Sunday, but for anyone that's on the Discord, Sunday, I was mowing the lawn, and you know what? I'm bringing everybody closer. I know I asked it, it's probably fine, but let's get everybody close so they can see what the heck's going on. Okay. And yeah, I think that'll do. So Sundays, I typically mow the lawn here. It's like the first place we've ever had a yard. And I'm mowing the lawn. Aaron works Sundays now, so, well, for the last couple weeks. And so I'm out there mowing the front lawn. It's looking good. I do my edging. It's looking good. I'm happy. I go to the backyard, and the backyard, the grass goes all the way up to our wooden fence. And so I usually do the perimeter first, and then I do the yard, like the regular mowing. Then afterwards, I go around and edge a little bit. And I go past one perimeter, turn left, instantly my leg is stinging, and then all of a sudden my face is stinging, and I see a yellow jacket just fly off my face. And I didn't know, like, it happened so quick that it wasn't until the second sting that I actually realized what was happening. And so I took off running. I don't think I would imagine I looked like Flash. I probably was running just so fast. I'm still jealous of the light blue Steve is using on his NF3 switchwire accent parts. Yeah, his switchwire conversion is looking absolutely amazing. Yeah, and so that was my Sunday, was basically that. And so I was really bummed out because I don't think, like, starting your day, I had just gotten up, and so starting your day with a wasp to the face, like, it's kind of rock bottom. And so I did end up putting on jeans and like a long sleeve shirt and going back out trying to continue. And I just was like super paranoid the whole time. And I got about 80% of the yard done. And I started seeing a couple more flying around. Come on, Tina. Why are you being like that? There we go. I started seeing another one flying around looking kind of pissed. And so I said, all right, 80% of the yard's all it's getting done. And so I've been trying to figure out like what I want to do about them because there's just been a lot of wasps lately. And 1 second, joining the plate, loosely thread. Does it want us, is it ×2? Oh, yeah, ×2. Okay, so doing the same thing again. Same thing this direction. And so, yeah, I on the back side of our house, it's sort of a main road, and I walked out around the neighborhood to that area to see if I can find sort of like a nest. And I've been watching videos on wasps, like just trying to figure out what to do because I don't want to get hit again. It sucked. And I was standing in my living room on Tuesday, so yesterday, just looking out, and what do you know? Right where I got stung, on the bottom side of the post of the fence, is a hornet's nest. My face was probably 1.5 feet away from the actual nest itself. And so after seeing that, I am thankful that I only got stung twice because I think it could have been much worse. There was probably 20 or so wasps on there. And so I know that when we moved in, the homeowner said that the place came with like pest control or something like that. So I texted him really quick just saying, hey, is wasp nest removal part of what you pay for? And he said, yes. So I'm waiting for word back on having a guy come out. So otherwise I was gonna like sneak out there at night and try to take care of it myself. But if I don't have to, I'd rather just, if it's paid for, I'd rather just have someone else do it. But it's been, the theme of the week has been buzz or bees. I agree, Jelly. That yeah, the new Sparta glitter ABS and ASA looks awesome. Oh, is that what it is, Steve? It is Sparta 3D. I just ordered some of their new Limebot. Sounds like that sounds like it should be my official color. Hoping it's the green I've always wanted. Just because of the perimeters first. Try and fill first. Yeah, I was making jokes to Aaron and my parents saying that Amazon sells the full beekeeper outfit for 50 bucks. But when I didn't know like that the nest was there, and I was just thinking that, man, maybe that's just how the wasps are around here. I was literally like, well, in the backyard, I guess I'll just change out of whatever I'm wearing for the front yard because they're not there, and I'll just mow the backyard in like head to toe beekeeper outfit. But hopefully it looks like that's not going to do that. I'm just thankful I found the spot, and I'm shocked I didn't see it before. But I think that they worked very quickly and that it wasn't there the week before. If they're nested up in the ground, it might be interesting to pour molten aluminum down the hole. No, they're not in the ground. They're hanging upside down on the parallel on the horizontal. There's two beams that are horizontal on our wooden fence here, and so they're on the underside of the top one. I have a photo on my phone. I could post it later. You can't even use your old enclosure from the switch wire because it's broken. Yeah, I would. That would be a mistake. I did keep the panels though because my goal is to use them for a CNC project. Okay, so basically doing the same thing for this T-shape jointed plate. Oh, okay, so there's a specific. This part, it looked like it was uniform to me, but it's not. This side is more vertical, has more of a vertical angle than this side, and so it looks like vertical side facing that direction. T-shape joined plate. Okay, now I'm not totally convinced. Is it parallel? Okay, now now I'm not sure. Maybe it is parallel, or not, but like maybe it's the exact same distance on both. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. I think you can see it. Yeah, so for some reason, the thing that's tripped me out is that they're going from the bottom up on this, which, not that it matters, but there's this arrow here, and it just says T-shape joining plate for 3030, which is, where you at? Which is the name of the plate, and so maybe it's not saying that there's anything specific about this side. Because depending on the angle you look at it, one side does look slightly different, but then when you look at it from dead on, they look identical. I don't think there's a difference now that I'm looking at it. Let's see through the 3030 into the M612s, not Titan. Yeah, we're just gonna roll with it. It's definitely melting my mind a little bit though. So if that's the case, it shouldn't matter whether we go top down with the screws, because they're the exact same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Napalm. Okay, Thomas says no orientation. Thank you for confirming. That arrow is what initially got the idea in my head that maybe there was, and then as I was looking at it, my brain was playing tricks on me. I'm like, maybe one side is at a little bit more of an aggressive angle. Yeah, Fabrico had the V-Minion, and I believe it was the 3.1 at Murph. Why are you not going in? And they look awesome. They're awesome looking printers. They look cool online, don't get me wrong, but they're just so beefy. And then also I know you can print out your own parts. I'm wondering if they do sell their specific filament spool, like if you want to print it out yourself or not. It would be actually kind of cool for anyone that does want to just go with the hardware kit and wants to do it in ABS, if somebody matched their PETG in an ABS. But they look awesome in person, like super beefy machines, and the color, the black on green looks awesome. Yeah, okay, so that's right. It was the V-Core 3.1. They just released it. Is there a Polymaker giveaway on the stream? There is. It will start in 34 minutes. It's made by 300. Oh, really? Oh, sick. Okay, that's awesome. Are you, Fabrico, the 3DO filament, is it the same PETG, or are you saying it's an ABS version? Either way, I'm excited, because again, if you want to do mods or make changes or like that, having the ability to color match is pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Do It? Good afternoon. Filamenta might have something very, very similar in ASA. Awesome. What's up, Mitsuma? That's awesome. Okay, did I goof? Because I did not see... No, I didn't. All right. So the washers are going to be used for these guys. And we are doing... same thing it looks like. M6x12s. Each one of these needs 2. It's funny, because like these corner brackets are essentially what the first 3D printer kit I ever used, which was the Fulgertech i3 2020 back in, I want to say 2015. But they were, one, the extrusions were 2020, so these were smaller, but these are just so chunky, these little corner brackets for the 3030. And that machine, I think, was bigger than this machine, so it's just funny seeing how bulky. 3DO has both. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay. That's cool. 3DO getting gamer flashbacks. Okay, so we should be good on that. And we are just going to go... So it goes bolt and washer down. And, oh, I didn't take out the T-nuts. And we're just loosely threading these all right now, so that way they don't fall off like that, but we're not fully tightening them because we're gonna need to slot them into the extrusions. So bolt, washer, through the bracket, and T-nuts, done, bolt washer. I feel like every printer build, I end up making a song in my head. Like I know with the, I think it was with the pulleys on the switch wire, it was like shim, shim, bearing, bearing, shim, shim, bearing, bearing, shim, like a little melody to remember it. Oh, come on. Some of these T-nuts are a little bit tough to get on. Because I remember on the V0 for the pulleys on the top that I saw quite a few people in the Discord that had not put their shims on correctly, and so I kind of became paranoid. So that's why I think the melody stuck in my head. There's a gaming console called a 3DO. I don't remember that. 3DS. I'm amazed. In some states, V-Minion frames is it's considered a weapon. Oh my god. I do that with stepper. Oh really, Steve? Like a little melody? It just the way my brain works is I have a hard time remembering. Like I can remember very weird things. Like people will come up to me and I'll be like, "Yeah, your great grandfather played water polo in high school," and they're like, "What? How do you remember that?" Like I remember weird things, but sometimes the things that like I need to remember, I can't remember. And so I've noticed that, be it someone's name or something like this, if I pair it with a melody or something, something else, just give it a little bit more detail, then that I'm able to recall it typically better. It's just funny, I don't know, the way brains work and studying and things like that. Oops, okay. 3DO, oh, Panasonic, gotcha. I'm amazed by how beefy this frame is. It makes me wonder how the 3D printers don't collapse under their own weight. Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. I was watching, over the last week or two here, watching some videos on the V-Minion getting pumped up, and it sounds rad. My friends and I made that 3D. Sounds like autism or ADHD. I think it's a common trait of ADHD. Pretty sure. Okay, so let's go here. All right, done with that. Oh wow, so that was the first section. I will say that because the sections that I looked at were pretty short, you feel kind of accomplished. Sweet. Oh, I have to sign in to do it. We'll use my email. 1 second. Okay, it's not working. That's okay. I'm 43 though, so gaming has been in my life a long time. That's fair. You've got like 13 years on me. The first console that my parents bought was an N64, but SNES would have been, I think, the prevalent console from Nintendo, at least at the time. Hey, what's up, One Tech? These hammer nuts are just so hit or miss while tightening. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's not just these. I mean, these, I think were a little bit easier because they're M6 threads. So they're just, I don't know, beefier threads, making it a little bit easier. But yeah, I've had times where I'm sitting there like arguing with the T-nuts. Okay, video overview. Wow, it's a full 3-minute video. I'm not gonna watch the entire thing, but. Yeah, it is really handy. I mean, again, I think for most things, going based off of just these images is plenty, but it is cool having like reference point that is a video, even though again, it's just CAD, but it's still cool. Hey, what's up, Aaron? You could have bought 2 bonsais for the price of this minion. Still have a Sega Game Gear and Mega. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out. I love video games. I haven't played much video games in the last. Where's the? Oh, it's stupid. It's right here. I haven't played many games in the last year and a half. Because I was playing so much in my downtime, I was like, I have a lot of productive things I would like to do, and in my downtime, I just want to play games. And so I actually stopped playing games for probably about a year and a half now, and was just talking to my brother that I'd love to get. I went from console my whole life to PC like 8-9 years ago, and that's when I got like even more so into it. And I don't think I want to PC game much anymore because it's so like, it's a lot easier to become like a hardcore gamer, I think, on a PC than just like casual couch stuff. So I told my brother that if he decides on a console, I'd be willing to get one so that way we can play a game together. But I mean, the Modbot YouTube channel initially was a gaming channel on video game hacking, modding, and repairs. And so back then I was collecting pretty much anything from the Atari 2600 up to PS2, and I had a ton of stuff. And then when I was probably when I was like 22 or something like that, I was renting a room out of my best buddy's house. No, maybe 24. I was renting a room out of my best buddy's house. At the time, I was going back to school, and I wasn't really working. I was just doing YouTube, which the channel was very small back then, so I was bringing in just a little bit of money. And like, I mean, not like, I was renting a room that was $400 and it wasn't even enough to cover that, so it wasn't bringing in very much. And I was 3D printing, so no, that would have been 2015, 2016. It would have been, yeah. And so I had all of my games and stuff just in crates or boxes, like in my closet. And so I ended up just selling it all off on eBay in a lot. And it went for substantially less than what it was worth. And what I had paid for it over collecting it in person from like local flea markets and stuff for years. So looking back, I'm bummed out. I wish I would have kept them, but you know, hindsight, I didn't know back then that I would feel that way. Hey, Aaron's here. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Hi, babe. She must be on a late lunch. She's off. Oh no, she's off. I forgot the time. This computer it's still set to Pacific Standard Time, although we're in Mountain Time, so she's off. She gets off at 2 today. The important with T-nuts is that you insert them in the extrusion while they're like almost falling off. Yep, only then they have the proper distance. I have learned that myself as well. Hey, One Tech, thank you very much for becoming a member. I learned that too. T-nuts I had never used before 3D printing, and so it took me a while to figure out kind of how they worked. And I kept wondering, like, I would have them loose but not super loose. Why, when I would tighten something down and then it would just fall off? And I realized, oh, you have to make sure that the wings are at least beyond the little groove inside here, and you need to have it far enough inside that groove that it can spin and catch. So it's taken me, well, now like I'm so used to them. Every 3D printer almost ever uses them now. But when I first started using them, I remember them being really frustrating. I was like, I don't understand how they work. But yeah, now I don't mind them at all. They're cool. They're necessary. Okay, so it's just time consuming. I started playing WoW recently again, and LOL, why? Oh no, oh LOL, League of Legends. Gotcha. It's super time consuming. I got into CSGO in like I don't know the year. I was probably 22, 23. I was playing it so much. It was basically eat, sleep, and play CSGO. It was insane. And I enjoyed it. I just can't do it anymore. Hey, Dan's here. Not a whole lot. We got the RatRig unboxed and started to slowly build some of it. Now we're putting the frame together. We discovered that a TV would have been perfect to mount on the wall between last week and this week, but Lisa donated 25 towards the cause, so I'm gonna look and see if I can find something either secondhand, or I know that some of the sort of no-name TVs aren't very expensive, like the non-name brand ones, and we don't need anything fancy for the wall, just so I can read chat without having to look so far away. Well, I guess it would be still far away, but you know, much bigger screen. Oh, CSGO was so fun back in the day. Hey, we had a full team. Are you happy with the X1 Carbon, by the way? I am happy with the X1 Carbon. They, so this is the new AMS. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but this is the new AMS, which to me physically looks the same. There's some internal differences, and I noticed now that the little like NFC tags are working correctly, while before for their filament, it wasn't really working correctly. They've updated the app. It looks really, really good. And the slicer's gotten some updates too. They still need to work on the algorithm for flow on the top layer, but other than that, yeah, I don't have any complaints, man. It's an awesome machine. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. Hey, what's up, local? You can always get a dongle to cast the TV if you don't. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I can't run a cable through the wall, so it would either be like how all these cameras just have I have like 15 to 20 foot HDMI cables running through here. So we'll figure it out. Okay, so we need our 345 millimeter, which I'm assuming is the biggest one. Surely, but we've got a little ruler, might as well. Nope. Wait, no, it's actually not the biggest one. Wait, no. No, it is. It is the biggest one. Okay, so 345 and 115, which is gotta be this one. Yep. It's the biggest one and the smallest one. And we are standing it up like this. We'll go back to the side cam. Awesome, good to hear. Can't wait for mine to get here. I'm excited for lots of them to get out there in the wild. What display setup are you using with your V0 in the background? There's actually a video coming on it in, I'll go back here really quick. Not this week's video, but next Saturday's video. I'm still editing it, but it's Clipper Screen. It's running Clipper Screen. I just set it up. I'm not sure that that's the printer it's going to permanently live on, or that I'm gonna have it like that, but for right now, having it on top of that doesn't really hurt anything. Like, I don't usually have anything on top of the V0, and this screen came with aluminum feet for it, so it's just the way that it came. I don't have a link to the screen right now, but it was sent to me like 6 months ago, and in that video I will have that specific screen if you want it, if you want to go with that one. It's a 5-inch screen. Okay. It's funny you caught that. I wondered if anyone would notice that there was one, it's a different V0 today, and it's also Clipper Screen on top of it. So, okay, so it's recommended is fasten all 10 plate. Okay, so we are going to go, it looks like bottom and front. So just lining up the T-nuts as much as I possibly can. Kind of failing at that, it seems like. Okay, those are all in place. Let me grab, it's gonna be a pretty big driver. These are some big bolts. Nope, the biggest one I've got. Yes. Okay, so for right now, it's on, we are building on this marble slab that I built all my V0s on. So it should be quite flat. And we are going, I think Aaron's home. We're going to slowly start. Hi, babe. Welcome, welcome. There goes Delilah. I did look for my bigger machine squares. I didn't see them, so I'm curious. Okay, gotta head back out. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Steve. Have a great day. Great, looking forward to the video on the screen. Yeah, I've been playing around. Hi.
How'd you talk about CSGO?
You remember those days?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would, so back then when I was renting a room at my buddy's, Aaron would come and stay over, and it was just like bed, desk, and printers. And so if the printers weren't enough, she'd be trying to sleep and I'd be sitting like 3 feet away with my headphones on, like yelling, playing competitive CSGO. I remember you waking up like pissed.
After you lived in Geneva, my one requirement is no plastic in the bed.
No plastic in the bed, yeah. Yeah, that's right, because of all the plastic that got dragged on my feet, yeah. Let's get the other side on, and then we'll play around with this a little bit more. You are only good until until mom comes home. Did I bring pizza? As I told her, no pizza. But we do have pizza actually, so she didn't have to bring it. We literally had pizza in the fridge from yesterday. Okay, so this is how we want this one. Gonna line up the T-nuts. But yeah, I've been playing around a lot with Clipper screen as of late, and that screen was actually intended to go on the FL Sun SR when we were putting Clipper. I realize all you can see is my hairy arm from this view, so I apologize. It was supposed to go on the FL Sun SR when we were putting Clipper on it on stream a while ago. Like, I mean, months and months and months and months. I don't even know when. It was like beginning of this year. And it just never happened. So I was like, I need to finally do a Clipper screen video. And I've been playing around with Clipper screen a lot lately. So I was like, let's do a video on it. It's super simple to set up, which is nice. Anyone that I'd say has installed Clipper should have no issues getting it set up. I'm not even sure if my square is square. If I hold it and apply a little bit of pressure, it seems flat. But if I let it sit just loose, then it looks like the top of the square and the bottom of it touches. It looks pretty square. Which EVA toolhead are you using? Whatever. Hey, Zombie's here. Whichever one it came with. I don't know what version. I know that they released a fairly new version, right? In the last couple months here. My Clipper screen swivels. Oh, that's right. I've seen yours, BBs. I think that's a good solution, especially considering the size of the V0. Like, either you need something really small or you need some kind of a swivel setup. I mean, again, with mine kind of sitting over there, it sort of works for me, but I liked your solution. I need a square for my square. Exactly. I wish I knew where my other squares were. Once we moved, I just don't know. But we're gonna leave it. I don't feel any wobble from front to back, which would be the only direction there would be. So, and the square looks pretty dang good, so we're gonna roll it. Let me clamp these down. Oh, I should probably tighten this one. All right, 13 more minutes and we will open the Polymaker filament giveaway. And that will run for half an hour and then we will draw. I do like also that the aluminum is black, the extrusions are black, the bolts are black. Like it just makes it look, I don't know, just really clean. That's the word I'd say I'd use. Who are you looking for? Delilah? No, she's not in here. She was a good girl. She was sleeping the whole stream. Or licking her feet a little bit. Alright. Just making sure this is nice and tight. There is still a little bit of wiggle. And if this is going to be running pretty quick, we're gonna need it nice and tight. Can you close it? Okay. Hey, can you lower the air one? Thank you. All right. Yeah, I did remove the "Are you in the USA" question. Alien Alien messaged me like twice after stream, which helped. 2.4 probably is what Fabrico's saying. V3 says Dan. The rails really should be yellow and the parts blue. The rails should be yellow and the parts blue. I wonder what that would look like. I found an old how-to on GitHub in modules out of work. I have 3 screens. Oh my gosh. Are you building it stock? Yeah, exactly. I'm building it stock. The thing I might end up at some point, I know that, oh, why is this channel name flipping my mind right now? 1 second. Oops. Where is it? Who is the, why don't I see it? Who's the creator of the divider for this? I follow him and my brain is farting right now. The one that made Fabrico, the divider that you have, that you saw the kit for the electronics. Vector 3D? Is it Vector? I'm subscribed to him and I've watched plenty of his streams and it's slipping my mind right now. V3D is what I'm thinking of. I can't think, is it Vector? But that might be something I could end up doing, is that the good thing is you can make a video upgrading to V3 and one of those Sanyo fans. Yeah, it would be cool to run it as is and then see what the upgrade's like. Kind of how I've been doing with the Afterburner, then be going to Stealth Burner. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't put 2 and 2. That would be hilarious. Yellow and blue like an actual minion. The plates we need to move a little forward for roof of plastic. Rear feet pieces, good to know. Minion from Despicable Me, thank you. My brain. Vector, okay, it is Vector 3D. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know, for some reason V3D is like his logo and that's what I always see, so I couldn't think of it. But yeah, maybe I'll do his PCB divider mod at some point. But yeah, for right now, just 100% stock from beginning to end. Let's play with it, see what it does, and then we'll see what else, like the upgrade for the EVA. Also, does anyone, is it typically called EVA or EVA, like E.V.A? I mean, I know there's no dot, but how do most people say it? All right, frame assembly. Okay, 90-degree install, fasten on the 90-degree corner. Oh, gotcha. So we're just gonna basically, easy peasy. Take one of these, line up the T-nuts as best as we can, like this, slide it in, and then I'm gonna use one finger to kind of push it all the way in, and then, actually, I'm either going to have to lift this up. I guess we'll do that, yeah. So we'll get this one in fully. Does it matter? I don't know if it matters with these. But basically I can't get the driver straight, so what we'll do is we'll lift this one up just a hair, and then we should have no issues. Although, it looks like I need to loosen this one more. Yeah, there we go. I'm actually gonna do this. No, that one's fully spun around. I don't see why it would matter. I don't think anything inside of here is going to need. Yeah, it is a lot. I mean, I guess this is the main corner. And to be fair, like, on the Prusa Mini, one of my least favorite parts is where the Z-axis meets the frame. Like when I ran a Octoprint with a visual mesh, that's where my issues were. Like, it took me a while to like constantly move that and try to get it as the X carriage as parallel to the bed as I could. So I understand why. I mean, I agree. I think this is probably an insane amount. but that definitely is like the main point that you want to have tall like that. So if I call it Eva, or my wife would poke in and start asking who I'm talking to. Okay, so you say EVA? In my head I call, okay, all right, EVA. Eva. It makes me think of Wally, right? Eva. Eva. It is Eva. All right, I'm going with EVA. Potato, potato, right? All right, so next it is time to install the bottom portion, which is the 2070, which has to be this one. And this. So it must go like this. So I'm assuming, how do you perfectly get that square? Or as long as this is flat, it should just be flat, I guess, based off the tightening? So I'm just thinking, like, is there a... Yeah, to go from the bottom like that, I'm gonna have to flip the thing over. So I'm just wondering, as far as squaring everything, how that's gonna go. Huh. And I'm assuming it's supposed to be, the distance shown should be as follows. Ah, okay. Okay, so let's do, nope. I think we'll go like this for now. This is probably the easiest way. And we will stack. We'll stack some motors and some foam to support the backside like that. And we'll just get it kind of tight. If you're determined to use your stone slab, put it on the corner and flip the L shape. On the corner, flip the L shape. That's fair. Now we'll just rock it like this. We'll go like this. I'm just going to basically align the T-nuts, tighten the ones that go into the center post here, and then we'll see if we can get the measurements correct on it. Okay, so the 3 side is going like this. And this is going tall like that. Okay. Yeah, I guess truthfully, if the one I just did is flat, right? If this is flat, then, and this is all being tightened the exact same distance to this plate, then it should make this other piece flat as well. Okay, so I'm gonna actually remove this really quick. Make sure that these T-nuts are nice and tight. So these ones we should be able to clamp down. Like that. Man, it's already getting, the thing's gonna be so heavy. Okay, and so with this one, we will start to tighten them. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll tighten it all the way, then we'll back off just enough so we can slide it a hair. Okay, so it's super tight now. I'll undo it in a second here. So according to this, the distance we want is from the beams, from where it touches this beam. And so facing like that. This side we want green is 100 millimeters. And we have got about 140 on this side, so it needs to slide. Okay, it looks perfect to me. It's like right on the dot, right. All right, let me make sure. Let me make sure at least the outer T-nuts that as far as I can see, are nice and tight. Let's loosen the middle one a couple turns and reseat it, make sure we're good. All right, sweet. So we should be good. Let me just confirm one more time. Giveaway time? It is giveaway time. Let's get that going. So for anybody new, Polymaker sponsors a once a week filament giveaway, which is awesome. And it is international, so no matter where you are, it doesn't matter. And it's for any of their PLA, ABS, ASA, or PETGs. And yeah, I'm gonna paste a form into the chat in a second here, and there is 30 minutes to put your info in, and then we will draw a winner on stream, and then after stream later on tonight, I will contact whoever won via Discord or email and give you a form that you'll fill out, and then Polymaker will do their magic and a spool will arrive. So I know Pi won last week, and he said that he got his yesterday already, so within a week, which is awesome. Let's see. Where is the form? There we go. Copy link, short link, copy. Bam. All right, form is there. I'm going to pin it, so it should move in a second. Hey, what's up, 3DHP? I did reach out, Alien, on behalf of SEM to my contact on Twitter, and I hadn't heard back, and that was probably about a week ago. I don't know, Zombie, do you have any recommendations? Every single person that's won has received their filament, but for some reason SEMs went missing, it seems like, and trying to figure out what the next steps are. I just haven't heard back from, I believe my contact is probably Nick via the Twitter DM, but I haven't heard anything. I received my yellow ABS, awesome. Cool, thank you also for letting me know. Yeah, every single other person's received it, international and domestic. I don't know what happened to SEMs. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? So we've got that. Oh, I was gonna measure one more time, right? Just to, what do they say, measure twice, cut once? So that does look, I mean, that's like 100 on the dot, and the other side should be 140. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, I'm happy with that. That looks great. Okay, next it wants us to install the 90 degrees. It looks like those go on the top. I wonder if the video will show us a little bit clearer. Yeah, that's definitely going on the top slot. Okay, cool. Nice to know. Join the Polymaker Discord, open a ticket. I'm testing and reviewing an iForm. What is an iForm? Hey, Sam, are you here, Sam? Zombie's saying to post in, join the, oh, there's the Discord, open a ticket. I think he said he did do that, and someone was like looking into it, and then nothing happened. But yeah, if you can post in general and tag Zombie, if you can look into that, Zombie, I'd appreciate it, because I did try it. All right. Come on, T-Nuts. There we go. Okay, so I'm actually going to... So I'm holding it weird. I don't know if you can see it, but basically just flipping it. So again, I can apply pressure with my thumb to make sure it's pushed all the way in that direction. Then we'll tighten one of them. Okay. Why is it? Oh my god. All right. So I'm sitting there wondering why it's not tightening, and it's kind of dark, right? I don't really have a light right here, and this is black. Everything down there, like the bolt and the extrusions, are black. And I'm just like, why isn't it getting tighter? And then I realized I'm using one size too small, so it literally was doing nothing. Now let's try it. Yes. It's amazing how things work when you use the right tool. Alright, so that one's in, and then for the bottom one, actually I think that I did that wrong. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna loosen this one. I think that for the first one you install, it needs to be, so like, let me see if I can move this guy out of the way. It just kind of seems like I need to offset them a little bit better, so let's see if that works. Okay, that one's in. Whew. I think the only type of Polymaker filament I haven't tried is, I haven't tried their TPU either. I've tried Polylite, PLA, Polymaker's Polymax PLA, Polylite PETG, I have some of their ABS, I've tried some of their ASA, I even have their PC Max. 50% off yesterday was awesome. 2 broke to buy more than 2 rolls, but buy one get one is still a great deal. Yeah, I want to reach out. About 5 kilograms. That's awesome. I want to reach out to them to see if they would be wanting to do some sort of a discount at some point. But maybe if we do like another milestone stream or some kind of special, maybe like for the 1 year, which will still be a couple of months out, but for the 1 year stream, that could be kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to, there we go. That one's in. You just kind of have to play around with the positioning of these T-nuts. Can't even reach the other one anymore. Let's loosen this one here, slide it if I slide this one up a bit, yeah, now I can still access that. This one's just slightly crooked. All right, there we go. Being a little bit paranoid. You don't need to, like, once they're tight, you shouldn't really have to access them in the future, but okay. It's not, no, I know. I thought 1 year was in August, and so I was like, oh my god, we're almost at 1 year, and I think I said that last month. But when I looked at the, let's see, when I look at the channel, let's see, yeah, so if I look at the channel, go to videos, scroll down to our first one. It was 10 months ago, but that wasn't a stream. That was like when I had announced that we were gonna be hanging out and checking out the V0. So 9 months ago. So technically the first stream was October 20th of 2021, which it feels like it's been forever to me too. Like 9 months doesn't feel that long when I say it out loud, but it's been quite a journey. It's been, we've moved, we've had construction happen, we've had plenty of mailmen get barked at, and we've had plenty of pizza. It's been a pretty awesome ride so far. So, okay, let's go back to flipping this around a little bit. Just put all metal hot ends. Now I can do some of the high temp. Oh, nice. Only 47 likes, 57 here. Please hit the like button. Yeah, I probably asked. If you have not already, thank you, Lisa, for reminding me. Please hit the like button. It definitely helps. We're getting closer to 2,000 subs, which is super exciting, and I do believe that the likes help with YouTube sort of promoting it or showing it to other people. So please hit the like button if you haven't. I appreciate you. All right, so let's see where we're at here. Done, done, done. We just did that. Prepare the parts for the feet. Cool. All right, so let's move my square that didn't really use that much. Okay, so for feet parts, we need, where are the rubber feet? Okay, we got, alien with the ABS. You want the first ABS to print on a plus 10C bed so that it sticks. Wait, what did I miss about Polymaker ABS? ABS can be printed without an enclosure, but for a strong partner warping, it really, yeah, agreed. If it's a flat part, you can get away with it, and a draft shield does help, but for the sake of consistency, you're gonna want enclosure. Like if you said, hey, I plan on printing quite a bit of ABS or something like that, I would absolutely get an enclosure. Okay, let's move this out of the way so it focuses on the right things really quick. So we need 4 feet. Bam, 4 rubber feet, and then it says side legs printed. Let's see if we can find you. So this is enclosure stuff. We'll leave that on the ground, or it's in a box, but on the ground in a box. Negative, negative. It looks like just a fairly, this is it. Cool. Okay. So giving feedback on the printed parts. The printed part looks pretty solid, with the only exception being that there's a little bit of, I don't know how you can see it, but there's some from overhangs. There's clearly printed like this. So there's a couple strands in the overhang, but I don't see it affecting anything. Looks like that's all we need for the printed parts right now, so we'll Put this away. 3 M6 by 12s, which are the big bag we've been using. One, two, three. 3 30-30 drop-in T-nut M6s. That's what we've also been using. Awesome. 2 M5 by 25s. Okay, I think we'll put the printed parts out of the way because it's kind of a big bulky bag. M5 by 12s. M5 by 10s, we need those? No? Countersink. There's a lot of screws. Ah! Maybe in here? M5, there we go. So we need what? M5 by 25s and M5 14s. Okay, these are the 25s, 25, 20, wait, what? Is there 3? No, there was 3. Okay, so those are the 25s. And what did I say, 14s? Yep. Which must be these ones. Yep, 14. That is not a 14. That's a 14, okay. I've already moved 5 times. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Hybrid. I mean, this one move from California to Idaho is like, I told Aaron, I was like, I said I never want to move long distance again. I recently picked up a DaVinci XYZ. I hope you're able to find a place, man, in this for the long haul. DaVinci XYZ for 20 bucks and gonna turn into a Hypercube. That's awesome. I'm building a few simple core printers. It's funny, Zombie. I subscribed to, I think, the creator of the Simple Core. I was on YouTube the other day and saw Simple Core. And I was like, I feel like that's the printer Zombie was talking about. And yeah, it was, which is basically, like you said, pretty simple Core XY using off-the-shelf components. There's nothing proprietary or that needs to be machined. Okay, what else do we need? We need 2 30-30 drop-in T-nuts, M5. Okay, so not the M6s we've been using. So this one has a mixture of M5 and M3 T-nuts, so let's find... Okay. There's a lot of different hardware in here. I mean, maybe not more so than any of the Borons. I guess it's like different. I'm so used to the same like M3 for this, M3 for that, and I haven't used a single M3 yet, and it feels weird. Okay, so we have the printed legs, 4 rubber feet, 3 of those M612s, 2 of those, 2 of those, 3. So we need 2 M5 nylon locking hex nuts, which I think were in this. No, they were not in that bag. I think they're in here. This is definitely a lock nut. It appears to be M5. Cool. 1 and 2. Yeah. I can post some more info. Yeah, do it. I am going to be doing the belted Z mod for an ender. I'll probably do a full video on it. I don't know if we'll do a stream on it or if we'll just do a video on it, but I know you had talked to me about it for quite a while, and then I saw Zerent had done it on his. I'm gonna install it on one of the enders that I have running the Micro Swiss NG extruder hot end. Okay. So feet go through, bottom apart, nuts get dropped in. Okay. So let's see if we can just drop these lock nuts in. Yeah, cool. So they will just press in, which is nice. It's pretty tight fit, but that's plenty fine. Like that. Oh, did I do? Yeah. Making sure I did it the right direction. And then we will flip this around, take 2 of these, and then it says to use M5 by 25s, which are these guys. All right, let's see if this is the right, yes. So I want this nice and tight, but I've also damaged rubber feet before. If you go too tight on the rubber feet, it'll actually start tearing through the rubber. So I'm gonna keep going until I start to really feel it stop, but I don't want to go beyond that. Okay, that's feeling good. Rinse and repeat. Ow, I don't know if you heard that. My arm cracked. My shoulder. Okay, that should be good. All right. 10 more minutes on the giveaway. If you have not signed up, it is pinned in chat for a spool polymaker filament globally. We've got 54 responses so far. How many people are hanging out? We've got 62 people hanging out. So 8 potential more people. All right. What are we doing next? Fasten, we did that. Take care not to over tighten as you can damage the, oh, it tells you not to over tighten to damage the printed part, and I was worried about the rubber feet, but yeah, it's a good point as well. It is a printed part, so don't over torque it. Next, it wants us to take 3 M6 by 12s. Okay. So basically, we're going to use these T-nuts, and a screw is going in every direction of this. So from the outside in, so outside in, take T-nut, couple spins, hopefully like that. Just do like 2 spins, and then going in from the side, we'll need our driver to keep it from popping out like that, and then see if I can get my fingers around this thing. Come on, guy. Oh, we're so close. Okay, new plan. Hold T-nut in place and turn driver. Dude. Okay, there we go. I think that might be easier actually for that one. Okay, last one going in right here. There we go. We'll do the same thing. Just gonna hold it in place with my thumb and then turn, counter screw it, and then screw it a couple times. Cool. All right, so now we've got the feet with 3 T-nuts on the end of it. Loosely thread, do not over tighten. Now it looks like we're just going to drop the back of it. Frame assembly from step 5. Feet assembly, install the rear feet assembly on the frame as shown. Make sure the printed part is flush with the end of the extrusion. Ah, gotcha, okay. So we will I read that Luke, Modbot has a case of meat mitts and small places, and I had no idea. It took me like a second for it to register. Absolutely. I've got like pretty large hands, which is not ideal for small 3D printer builds. It's not really ideal for much, to be honest with you. Okay, so we are going to install. So all of these need to be facing upright as much as possible to try to get this to be able to slide in like this, like that. And then we are going to attempt I guess we can align them at this point. They're all being good except this one. Come on, buddy. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now that they're like that, it says you want the printed part to be flush. So what I will do is hold that with my thumb and then see if we can get one of these to tighten. I'm using the wrong driver again. That's gonna keep happening. They're so close. Cool. Nice. Okay, that one spun well. You gonna spin for me, buddy? There we go. Awesome. Let's flip it. I'm gonna tighten them a little bit more after. I don't want to clamp down because again, it is a printed part and it is PETG, but I do want things nice and tight, and hopefully these have enough perimeters where they won't be super delicate. Oops. Ow, dude, it cracked again. I'm gonna really have to start doing stretches before each stream. All right. Nice. Back feeder on. We'll update the kit the next couple of days. Wait with printing the parts. Kevin will update them a little more. I just told me. V0.1 step 27. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's happening, dude? Chill out. Does that stop it? I'm just freaking out. You mean printed parts aren't solid? I don't think so. Okay, so for the front feet, it's just the last parts. So feet, bolts. These are the M5x14s. We're just going to insert these, attempt to insert them if we can figure that out. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing. Spin the T-nuts just a couple of times. Rinse and repeat. What time is it? It's nearly giveaway time. All right, and then on these it says, insert them into the rubber feet and loosely thread it. Insert them into the assembled. Place the frame assembly on a flat surface and make sure all 4 feet are level. The frame should sit firmly without wobble. Okay, it doesn't show any specific alignment for these guys. So what we'll do is, we'll just put them towards the edge, obviously not sticking off the edge, and we'll give like a slight gap. It's just the right, yeah, it's the right driver. Again, tightening, but getting scared to over tighten. I think it was on the first V0 I built that I just completely went through. There's a little metal insert which helps prevent these from getting damaged, which is good, and these are kind of beefy, but I just remember tightening the V0 feet and watching the head of the bolt go through it and thinking to myself, that's not good. I think I ordered spares, so I was okay, but still. All right. Why is this one? All right, there we go. Okay, now the wobble test. Do we wobble or are we good? I don't know if that, does that count as wobbling? Because it's good. Like, interesting. So the back feet wobble. Front's good, like front no wobble, but back wobble. How come? I almost think it's the printed part more than... I'm almost positive it's the printed part, not the feet. So I'm gonna loosen these bolts. Yeah, okay, let me do this really quick. Loosen these bolts and try to reseat it, and then we'll draw the Polymaker giveaway. Something tells me I just need to slightly tweak these guys. Although it says it wants it flush with the printed part. Ooh, there we go. There we go. No wobble. Ah! It got airborne. Okay. So, compared to before, front now, no wobble, back. I could see a tiny, tiny little hair, but I think, all right, let me try one last little, let's see if I just adjust. I think we're good. I don't even know if I consider that a wobble. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. I mean, if I push, but again, the rubber, so if I apply pressure, there's gonna be a little bit, but I think we're good. It's substantially better than it was before I did that. Okay, let's do the giveaway. It's funny, it lifts the whole thing. All right. Okay, all right. Whew. Is the printed part flat? I think so. Yeah, it's good now. I'm happy with the way it is now, but initially I was not happy. Okay, so I'm working on 5 printers at the moment. Oh my god. I'm going to unpin from chat. Okay. And we have got 65 entries. Awesome. See, Alien and Zerant were the first 2. If it goes in order, I don't know if it does. Okay, so we got names. Let's go to Wheel of Names. And let's clear. Cool, 65. It is working as it should. All right, we have got 65 names in here. Hey, speaking of EVA, we've got Eva 3D here. How's it going? That's really funny, right? I just you missed it because the toolhead on this is the EVA. I was asking if people pronounce it EVA or do they just say the Eva toolhead? And then Eva's here. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so we're doing the giveaway. We're gonna shuffle. Good luck, everybody. Another week. Massive thank you to Polymaker. If anybody needs Polymaker filament for a project, there is a link in the description, and a part of that does support the stream and lets Polymaker know that we are sending some people their way. But massive thank you to them for allowing us to do these weekly. And as always, good luck to everybody. In 3, 2, and 1. Lisa and Skydown were both so close. Tony is the winner. Congratulations, Tony. Let's do our usual. I really enjoy the confetti. Tony, do a little bit of a round of applause to you. Are you in here? In the chat, Tony. Either way, I will be reaching out to you later on tonight. Yeah, I'll be reaching out to you later on tonight via email with the form. And if you're in the States, it's super quick, like within a week typically. And if you're not within the States, then it could be a couple weeks. I think 2 weeks is about right, but it's gone up to 3 weeks as far as delivery. So But yeah, congratulations. I will reach out to you and get you the form so you can get your spool of filament. All right. Confetti off. Let's see where we are. So feet's done. Okay, so linear rails are next, but we're saying that we think I should be cleaning the rails first, which I'm not against doing, but if we're gonna clean the rails, I am just going to wipe them down with towels and then use some of that lube that I bought, which I think I know where it is. So let's try this. I'm gonna take off my mic. I'm gonna run to the garage and freak out for like 2 minutes trying to find the stuff. If I find it, we'll do it. If I can't find it, we'll cross that bridge. I'm hoping I can find it. Ah, cool, 20's here. Saw my name before the spin, interesting. Okay, yeah, take my mic off and then let me go see if I can find it. Wish me luck, everybody. I think I know the cart that it would be inside, but it's been, we haven't lubed any rails since the switch wire, which was like 4 months ago, so. Oh, what's up, babies? I'm gonna be streaming. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Mic check. No. You wanna go with your mama? She hates when I record. Like every time I start talking loud, and so usually if I don't want her in the room, I just go testing 1 2 3. Mic check, and she's like, "Oh no!" That's her sign. She knows that I'm gonna record. So not only did I find. Did not only find gloves, I found the same syringe that I had filled for the switch wire. So we're ready to rock and roll. That worked out way better than I thought. I thought for sure I would have found that out, but I did not. So for once my hoarding has paid off. Okay, so we'll put gloves on. Dr. Modbot. Oh, I should probably put my mic back on, right? So we have an appointment we have to go to at like 4:15. So we're gonna stream for another 40 minutes roughly, and then I have to take off, but I'm hoping we can get through these extrusions by then. It's not a silicone. You put down the mic. It's not a silicone. Oh. It's not like when people are driving away and you have the same volume. Gloves and syringes. Yeah, I remember it. But Dr. Dan, will it hurt? No. I hope not. Okay. All right. So let's do all of them, right? Let's do all the rails. All the rails. We'll go side shot. We'll move this over. The tip of the syringe is a little bent. There's a little bit of dog hair on it, it looks like, but that's just, it's just the kind of practice we're running here. All right, so I'll do my best to cut and slide these out. Oops, I like that. God, they're freaking huge rails, dude. Okay, one done. Where are the other two that are in front of me? This is about the same level of maturity that we had when I had to do this last time. I was dying laughing. I don't remember what I said or what. I know Alien said something stupid funny, I'm pretty sure. Somebody said something really funny. I was like in tears. It was probably the hardest I'd laughed on stream up until that point. All right. Oh. Oops. When you hit the space bar, the web page goes crazy. Okay. So these are on the ground. We are going to start by just wiping these off. No ultrasonic. We're just, if they feel clean, what you're doing now is fine. If they feel sticky, I would run them up and down inside some IPA. Dry them, lube them, but these were clean for my boat out of the box. Okay, good to know. So yeah, let's start by just cleaning these off. Get rid of all of that sort of travel grease. I do have plenty of IPA. What I don't have is a good container to put them in, or put the IPA in. I do not want to take them off the rail, Jack, because the on the V0, I guess I did take them off the rails, but on one of them I lost a couple balls, and that was sucky, and I don't think it's necessary. That one's really good. I'm almost tempted to buy, like, they sell little containers of the actual ball bearings for these, and keeping some spare ones on hand, because for the V0, when I lost the V0 rails were kind of a nightmare the way I was doing things, but I was able to just reinstall them because I had an extra linear rail that I stole them from. In this case, I don't. The grease that they used during shipping wasn't very aggressive, so I think we'll be okay. Oh, I think they just need to be worked in, and then we'll add a little bit of our own. Okay, so this is going to be different though than all of these have little slots. So previously, I've just had to basically shove the grease into the rails as much as possible. And are those holes lubing holes or blind holes with no purpose? I'm assuming they're lubing holes. Pre-clean, pre-lubed. Honey Badger rails solve this problem. I take those off all the time when working on VM development. Never lubed RatRig rails though. Yeah, I've taken them off before. Oh, dude, these rails were super duper greasy when I unpacked them. Do you think we should take... If everybody... Alright. We're gonna leave it... Here's what we're gonna do. Time is of the essence, but that's fine. We are gonna stream next Wednesday and continue, so I'm not super worried about the extent of what we get done. But let's do a quick poll of what people think. Their options are take rails off and soak in IPA. And our options are yes and nah, just lube. Oops. Alright, we're gonna run a poll for like 2 minutes. There's a port in the in the black rubber for, the plan is just to shove a syringe in there and press until I can get some of the grease out the other side. I mean, I didn't feel like they looked very dirty, and looking at this one's got a little bit of stick, but I think that the more it gets worked in, I mean, look at that. It's sliding great. Well, then it gets stuck again, but this one needs, I just don't feel like they're very dirty. The ones I got from AliExpress initially were quite a bit dirtier, but I don't know. It's up to you guys. $60 seconds counting. And for don't take off, because other people will see it and do it and then have problems. And here in Germany on all of Orange shops, you lose warranty. It is a great, if there's a port in the back rubber, go by how they feel right now and follow. Yeah, okay, we're on a 61% not out lube, and I also agree with what DJ is saying. So we'll end pull. 62% no. All right. All right, we're going to, doctor's back in the office, putting gloves back on. All right, going back to side view. So we are going, I remember this syringe being incredibly difficult to push grease out of, but yeah, for anyone that does watch us in the future, there's a little hole on the linear rails, and that is a hole for lubing or greasing. So if you put the syringe in there, we should hopefully, oh, it's coming out one side, not the other side. Let's see if I can get the syringe in a little bit further. And I might need to use my thumb to help. Let's see. Okay, well, it's kind of coming out. This syringe that I got it probably needs to be a little bit wider at the end of it because the airflow is not really great. I use spray electronics cleaner. It's plastic safe and totally removes all oils. Interesting. I leave those where they are. I own the first week or 3, never lube the rails, and print it. Went through a lot. Okay. I'm going to just do a tiny little bit like I just did a second ago on these since I've got the syringe out. I tend to feel it's probably going to be fine regardless. These rails look pretty nice. I see there's some lube popping out the top right here. All right, I think that's fine. Yeah, I know some people have recommended a WD-40, is it like a white lithium WD-40 or something like that? But I haven't been able to find it anywhere. I remember looking for it during the V0 builds. Ooh. Okay, I like that. That one's nice. This one's a little bit. This one's not quite as smooth sliding. I will definitely be using this one. Well, I still think it could probably work in a little bit more, but we'll definitely be using this one for the Z-axis and the smoother one for the Y, since the Y is going to be having a much more like quick motion back and forth. Yeah. All right. Let's take my hand, do a quick wipe down. Wah. This one's awesome. God. This one's like, ready for war. I got the white lithium WD-40 Amazon. Oh, interesting. Okay. I might need to rest. I will head to bed. Good night. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Zarant. Have a great night's sleep. Yeah, I might look into some of that stuff, Lisa. This lube stuff I got though has been working great. And I've got quite a lot of it. I mean, this syringe is enough for a ton that I filled up. And then I've got more, I think, in a bottle out there from her as well. But I liked the convenience. The convenience of the WD-40 sounded nice. Okay, so let's see if we can do these linear rails. Desktop. I need to get going. Thanks all and good luck. I hope you'll enjoy the build. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Eva. If those were honey badger, you wouldn't have those problems. do I get a discount now? All right, so now we need the big rails, and we need 14 M3 by 12s. M3 by 12s. Where are you? M5s, M3s, M3s. I feel like they're in their own bag. M3 by 12s? Yes. Okay, so we got these. We need quite a few of them. And then we need 14 30-30 T-nuts that are M3. Okay, those are all going to be in here. How many did I say? 14. It's basically all of the ones that are in here. 1, 2. The song is really peaceful. 6, 8, 10, 12. All right, yeah, literally all of them. These are M5, oops, M5 T-nuts. All right. Frame assembly from step 9, linear rail. Do not allow the linear to leave the end of the rail. Insert loosely thread. Okay. And it looks like it's going on. They use all the slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's all the slots. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Griffins. Yeah. I WD-40, the cleaner I think is probably the most common. Like every time you have a squeak in a door hinge or something like that. That's what my parents always used growing up. I was like, oh, get the WD-40. That's not how my parents sound. But okay, so we're gonna be careful not to, because we're using all the holes, we're taking these stoppers out. But we are going to do our absolute best to not let this slide out. Do I have something? But yeah, there's another form. If you actually go to like Home Depot, the WD-40 section has a bunch of stuff there, different types. But there's one that's, I believe, blue. Well, they're all blue, yellow and blue. But like it says blue, white lithium, something like that. And that's the particular one. Okay. So let's see, can I stick? Yeah, you can't put the stopper back in with the screw. So we don't want the end to fall out. So I'm just gonna try to keep it towards the middle. And it looks like they want us using every single hole, which I haven't generally done on the V0 or on the switch wire. But hey, if they're giving us enough parts for it, then I am going to do that. But yeah, just make sure to keep your thumb on the block itself. Ah, come on. Come on, guy. It's because it's spinning. I can feel my finger. Let's see, maybe if I go sideways. Careful of the block. That one's being mean. Maybe if I go, there we go. Okay, so if you push it out a little bit, then you can apply pressure, and that works way better. Okay, 2 more, let's pop this off. I use dry lube also. Dry lube, is that the blue one I'm talking about? Oh, okay. What did I say? I said white lithium, so maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was the dry lube one I'm thinking of. Man, I don't know that we've listened to this before on here. It's super peaceful. I'm like, I'm ready to go sleep. Yeah, it is Stream Beats. It's called Color Field, which feels like a appropriate song name for this song. Appropriate track name. Alright. That one's good. I guess what we'll do is we'll insert all the ones we can do, leaving the stoppers on. That's probably a better idea. And then the last thing we'll do is take the stoppers off when we actually have to. Nope. Okay. Come on, buddy. All right. Curious to see if there's a if this kit comes with a tool to center the extrusions or center the rails on the extrusions. Like, I didn't see it, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there. I didn't look. It could very well be a printed part that I just missed. Okay, so now that we've got those done, we'll pop off the last 2. Use some magnets as temporary stoppers. That's actually not a bad idea. And I think I do have some magnets that we can throw on. I lied. I don't know what the heck happened to my magnets. I have magnets somewhere. A lot of them actually, but I'm impressed I was able to find the lube for these rails, honestly. So much stuff has gone missing since the move. I'm just like, I don't know where you ended up. Okay. All right, so these are on. Okay, it scared me. I thought I did it wrong. Nope, that's right. Okay, there's an STL at least, several great community parts. Yeah, I know that there's definitely, I think you need to print. Oh no, really? Oh man, I definitely won't have them then. Yeah, I know I could print them out pretty quickly, but that would mean we'd have to wait on the rails till next stream because I have to take off in like 15. Let me see what it says here. So install a new rail, install. Interesting. So they just kind of ignore That's kind of wild. There's just no mention of it. You just kind of have to know. Is that... Because I'd say this, like, if I hadn't built a Voron before, I don't know that it would have been incredibly obvious to me that I needed to use some kind of a jig to center the rail. Well, if that's the case, then that's going to be a good stopping point, I think. I'll get that printed out. I think for this entire build, I want to do it all on stream, so I'm not going to install the rails off stream. I'll end up finding those magnets and using them as temporary stoppers, or, you know what, no, I'm going to, just for right now, because I don't know where the magnets are and I don't want to forget, we'll undo the two at the end. So next stream, we'll continue. Let me put together a game plan really quick. One sec. Did I throw out the other two stoppers? I might have. Nope, they're right there. Yeah, so we'll undo the end ones. That way I can just quickly put them back in next stream. I don't have to worry about the rails popping off and losing a ball from one of these things. This should go pretty quickly though. Once I have the you have adjustable square, you can fix a certain size so you can make sure it's straight. I don't have any. I wish I had an adjustable square. They give you dimensions just to use a steel ruler. Jigs can double check later. I think for the sake of because again I had to end in 15 minutes anyway, I'll just print out a jig. I don't know if it'll let you post a link, Fabrico, because you're not mod. Can you just DM me the link? I'll get it printed out right now. That way we'll have them. So let's see where we are. So linear rails will be next, which I don't think will take long again. We'll slap the jig on, so that way it's aligned, then we'll just make sure that from left to right, the dimensions are correct. Then we're on Z-axis. Z-axis is, let's see, printed part, mounts on side. We've got the coupler and the Z-motor. That'll be super quick. Try to see what I think we can get through next week. We'll get through the rails, we'll get through the Z. We will get through the Y. What's after that? Y carriage and bed. Okay, next week's goal is to get through here. I think that that's a reasonable, hopefully that's a reasonable amount of things we can get through. And then, so that'll be linear rails, Z-axis, Y-axis, and then that will leave X carriage, spool assembly. So I'd say, okay, we've got one stream for that, one stream for X, spool assembly, and probably the EVA, and then the electronics enclosure and wiring. So I think three more streams is what it'll take us to finish this. It's a very quick build. Well, I guess it depends also how long we go. Since lately we've been streaming about 2.5 hours on Wednesdays, but it's possible that I can do a longer stream next week or the week after, especially if we get a good groove going. Like I would go at least another hour plus today if we didn't have to take off. So next Wednesday we'll continue. I'll get this scheduled. I'll take a photo of where the RatRig's at right now and use that as a thumbnail for next week's stream, and then we'll continue along on there. But so far the build seems super straightforward. The instructions, like, it's kind of nice. So I've used Dazuki, which is what they're using for their docs. I think that's what iFixit uses on their website for all their breakdowns or teardowns. But it's a really nice interface, and the fact that everything's broken into these little categories kind of makes it feel really rewarding each time you get through one and you check it off, versus I'm so used to now like the Voron guides where it's just like a PDF with, you know, A through Z, and it's just so long. It works fine and it's great. I like their documentation too, but having it broken up into categories has been nice. And the the videos, although they're just renderings, they definitely help to sort of clarify if you can't see where a part goes or something like that. So that's been awesome. But yeah, I'm excited to check out RatOS. I know it's Clipper, and like I don't know what exactly they've skinned or modified from core Clipper, but I'm excited. I've heard good things about it as well, which is the firmware that runs on this. So yeah, I think on that note, we will call it for today. Thank you, everybody. Let me pull up here as well. Let's see here. Yeah, thank you to everyone that subscribed. One Tech, thank you for becoming a member. Thomas, thank you for all the gifted members. G-Funny for the gifted members. Inappropriate Maker for the donation. Lisa for the donation. And I think that Nice 3D, I think that covers the donations and the memberships. But yeah, as always, thank you guys a ton, and I hope you had a great time. I'm excited. This Saturday's video on the main channel is on the SwitchWire, sort of covering the printer itself, like spec-wise, what the build was like for me, and then kind of what we've done as far as the mods and future plans. So I'm excited for that. I think it'll be a cool video, and hopefully you guys will as well. But yeah, I hope you have a great day and awesome week, and same time next week at noon Pacific Standard Time, we will get going, and I'm hoping that next Wednesday we can go for at least a full 3 hours, and like I might even push it to 4, just depending on where we're at in terms of the build. So have an awesome day, and I will catch everybody later. Bye, everyone.